Good evening, everybody. November 38, Alpha Kilo, CockpitBuilders.com. Live on Twitch. It's good to see you guys. As you know from the last flight, we did not depart out of IAH. We're going to be going out of Fort Worth, Macomb, and we're going to make our way to our hometown of Eagle County. Let's get started. Come on for the ride. That'll never get sick of that. Good evening, everybody. November 38, Alpha Kilo, CockpitBuilders.com. Live on Twitch. Good to see you guys. We're going to go out of Fort Worth, Macomb into Eagle County, Colorado. Of course, typical of VATSIM fashion, the center frequency went offline as soon as I filed my flight plan. So, is what it is. Replicate Gaming and Ghoul. What are we breaking tonight? I don't know. I haven't flown since the last time I shut the sim off after the incident at IAH. So I have not tinkered with the speeds of the airplane. If all goes well tomorrow, I'm actually going to sit and do that. I have not been feeling well for the last week and a half. I'm on antibiotics that apparently apparently I feel now like I'm, those side effect things that pills give you? Well, I'm like experiencing every single side effect from these fucking things. But anyways, whatever. No excuses. I'm in a lot of pain. I can hardly move, but whatever. We need to fly. It's been a long time. The feel good feeling. Yes, isn't that exactly what it is? So we're sitting on the ground at Fort Worth Macomb International, which is just north of Dallas Fort Worth. We're going to be departing here and basically heading sort of the departure is kind of a northwest departure, and then we're going to be continuing northwest up to Eagle County. We haven't flown into Eagle in I don't know how long. I miss it. I don't even know if I've flown into Eagle in Flight Sim 2020 before. So it'll be interesting to check out. We're going to see how it goes. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Happy second week of January, I guess. We're at the what, 17th or something like that? 18th, something. Anyways, hopefully everybody's new year is as good as mine's been. Although, like I said, I'm not feeling the greatest. I got till Monday to go on these pills, and then I'm done with them, and then hopefully all my issues will go away. So without further ado, welcome to the stream. Hopefully we'll have a good flight. Looks like we're going to have air traffic control. We're kind of skirting the edge of Chicago. Sorry, not Chicago. I can't think of the name, but MCO. We're just skirting the edge of them. They're probably not going to ask us to call them, but then we're definitely going to be in Colorado, so it'll be all right. Hang on, what do you got? You were getting... Oh shit, I lost my chat. Where'd you go? Hang on. Hang on. I've done something and I can't see what you said. Shitballs. This is the problem with using all kinds of things. Yeah, it wants me to time you out. I don't want to do that. Shitballs. Hang on. There you are. You were getting you were getting a faulting application with the sim. You had to reformat, did the install and tried to fly and got the error again. So did another reformat and now we have no issues. Holy shit. You're showing Lone Star, Tracon and Center Online? Which Lone Star? Who the hell is Lone Star, NATO? There's nobody in DFW is offline. They were online, but now they're not. So you got south of us, Houston Center's online, and then there's that, what is it, MCO we're gonna skirt the side of, and then right into Denver. So it shouldn't be too bad. No, actually I haven't flown on PosCon. From the information that I've got is PosCon hasn't got many people flying on it at all right now. That's not their fault. It's just I think the owner of PosCon kind of took a little sideline, is doing some rejiggering. But it is what it is. Anyways, without further ado, let's get this airplane fired up and we'll get the flight plan in and then we should be ready to go. So the battery's on. We've got to put the nav lights on because we're going to have to start here shortly, and the beacon is on. Bleeds and blowers can stay off for the moment. We're going to do our position, and we are currently KFTW. Put that in as the reference. Go to the next page, take the GPS left position, put that into the IRS, route, KFTW is the origin, and we're going to obviously KEGE. I think it's about 2 hours and 47 minutes of flight time. The runway is going to be 16, runway 25 at Eagle, departure arrival. The departure we have picked is the Swabra 1. And what did I pick for the transition? Hudad. And then we're going to Alpha Victor 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 Sierra. And then after that, we've got Hugs, Hotel, Uniform, Golf, Golf, Sierra. And then after that is Romeo Lima Golf, which is the initial approach fix. For the approach, the arrival is going to be the RNAV. Nope. ILS 25, RLG transition, runway 25, extend the center line. Let's extend that by 15 nautical miles. Performance in it, 13.6 for the gross weight, 2.6. We got 0.5 for the reserves, 100 for the cost index, 260 is the cruise. And then, if I go down here to the top of climb, our D rate is P05 for the deviation. Cruise winds at top of climb. Nope, top of the page, dumbass. Top of the page, average wind 279/051. Execute. Outside air temperature is plus 16 degrees Celsius. A beautiful balmy 16 degrees Celsius. 40 degrees of flaps for departure is going to give us a 108, 115, and 121. on the speeds. Auspicious, good to see you. Yeah, well, I'm not flying yet. We haven't got it in the air yet. There's always that. We'll have to see how this goes. And I need to go. There we go. And we're pretty much ready for the pushback. All right. So I don't need to call anybody. There's nobody to call. We're at 1200 and we're squawking mode C. I'm on 122.8, which is going to be our CTEF frequency for now, Unicom. And I guess we can go ahead and push back slightly. We're going to go straight pushback. We're basically going to push back straight, runways off to our left. And we should be good. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Good to see us all. Cheers to you, Replica. Actually, auspicious, I'm wearing my my famous t-shirt, believe it or not. My Ass Gasket t-shirt. I'm sure it's actually getting pretty fucking warm in here already, so I'm probably going to have to display it. All right, nav light, beacon light on before start. How far are you going to go there, my man? That's probably far enough. Parking brake is on. I'm wondering if I have these backwards. I should have a before start here. Engine starting continued. I should have a before start. Blocked landing, after landing, before landing. Maybe I need to look at that. I don't actually have a before start checklist. How about that? Yeah, I did find it. I don't know if my daughters had it at some point, but it ended up, it was definitely in my closet, so it's good. All right, Gentiles, the mains are closed. Propeller area is going to be clear. We're going to start number 2 first. Here we go. Beacon light, nav light, parking brake is set. Bleeds and blowers are off. Props all the way forward. And here we go with number 2. All right, we've got N1 rotation. I to T's rising. Oil pressure, she's coming up. Prop's got some torque on it, and in goes the fuel. $23. Starter cutout. Master caution clear. Good start on number 2. High idle. Generators coming on. Starting number 1. N1 rotation, I to T's rising. Oil pressure's coming up. Fuel pressure. Light is out. In goes the fuel. Good start on number 1. Both engines to low idle. Tail lights on. Pitot heat's on. Auto feather. Auto ignition. Avionics are coming on. Generators coming on. Bleeds and blowers, they're both on. All right, and according to the departure, runway 16 at Meckham, it's going to be climb on a heading of 164. Climb on a heading of 164 to 1600 before proceeding on course. It's not happy, is it? Seems a little better there. Generators, battery charged. That's good. Before taxi. Electrical system, that is all good. Our battery, our voltages are all good. Avionics masters on, interior master switches as required. Mic switches are both on headset. Cabin lights are required. Cabin signs, they are on, but make sure. Coffee is ready. Boeing or Airbus? Absolutely Boeing all the way, my man. The got to get the ATIS here for the airport, so we'll look at that to start with. Current weather. Altimeter's 29er63. 29er63. Don't have that yet. That one ain't gonna work yet, which is very interesting. Wonder why that does that. Cool. Same for you? Yeah, totally. ASUS display is correct. Exterior lighting is on. Overspeed warning. We don't need to test that. Brake de-ice not required. Prop sync is going on. We do need that. TCAS is good. Emergency frequency is extinguished. It's good. TAWS is already tested. And battery check. Flight engine instruments are all okay. Altimeters are set. Flaps are going to be 1 notch flaps. And the flight controls. Watch your knees and nuts. They're free and correct. We'll release the brakes and check them and all, and then we'll check all that after. All right. So over to the departure here. We're going to take Echo out up to runway 16. We'll go to the edge of the apron, and then we'll make a CTAF call. Just trying to think if there's anything I'm missing. The avionics lights go off. That's not good. Fort Worth. Oh, I got to change my comm too because otherwise I'm going to hear myself. Fort Worth Meckham traffic, King Air, November 38 Alpha Kilo. We're going to be taxiing via Echo Alpha to runway 16 for departure to the northwest. Meckham. All right, taxi lights are on. Don't need the glasses anymore. We'll go up to Alpha. Meckham traffic, King Air, November 38 Alpha Kilo. We're going to take runway 16 for departure to the northwest, Meckham. All right, taxi lights off, landing lights are on, strobe lights are on, bleeds and blowers are off. One six four to 1600, and then we can go proceed on course. Okay, engines are going to high idle. Flaps are set. Prop sync is off. And here we roll. Meckham traffic, King Air, November 38 Alpha Kilo, rolling runway 16 for departure to the northwest, Meckham traffic. All right, we got two engines in the green. Airspeed is alive and on both sides. That's checked. 80 knots checked. V1. Off we come. Ooh, two landings in one. There we go. Look at that. All right, positive rate of climb. Gears coming up. Huh. And now I get a contact me guaranteed. All right, we're going to have to go to the back and we're going to have to check that because I can't see it from here. Really wish he'd contact me on the Unicom frequency. That's okay. All right, bleeds and blowers are going on. We'll try and get the heading held here. Autopilot. We'll get that in the climb. We'll go up to, say, 6,000. vertical speed, and then we'll find out what frequency he wants us on. Very bizarre that there'd be yacht amper is on, prop sync is on. We'll hold the heading 165. I gotta find out what frequency he wants. As if there'd be somebody that comes on 135, 175, 125.025 dot com 125.025 A dot com 125.025. Let's try that. Affirmative, sir. Sorry, we had to leave the cockpit to get your message. We're on 125.025. We're level at 3,000 to 6,000 on a 166 heading. 2303, King Area Alpha Kilo. We're going to go right turn direct to Piglet, and we'll climb to 17,000, King Area Alpha Kilo. So 17,000. 17,000 is set and confirmed. We are direct Piglet. Let's get the map view correct so you guys can see where we're going. Hey, thanks, NATO. I appreciate that, my man. If I had looked at the chat, I would have seen that. I wouldn't have had to leave my seat, but I appreciate that. It's kind of hard sometimes. These guys don't realize that it's not easy for you to get that, but it's all good. I'd rather have air traffic control than no air traffic control, if you know what I mean. All right, prop sync is on, landing lights are off, gear is up, flaps are up, auto feather and auto ignition is coming off. My right generator doesn't say it's on, but that's okay, we got her on now. Should have looked for that before we left. Jesus, why does it look like I'm not going direct Piglet? Come on. We're in LNAV. Oh, my altimeter setting is wrong, that's for sure. So we need to look at that. What is this showing our hides? We're on the departure. 4,450. So we're going to have to manage our altitude a little bit because for some reason my MCP is not working for that altimeter. I really got to find a way to interrupt that so that no matter what, when I set that altimeter setting, it goes. It's okay. We can manage the altitude. We can manage the altitude another way. Props are at 1,700. Oh, wow. That's actually kind of nice. So for those of you that don't know, because I've had some issues recently, I have software on my iPad now that allows me to run my radios. In case I have any issues, I can actually work on it from here instead of having to go to the back if I don't need to. But in this case, I had to get the frequency from him. 3517 Fort Worth. Thanks very much, King Raid Alpha Kilo. 13517. Come on. 135 17. Good afternoon, Fort Worth Center. King Air, November 38 Alpha Kilo through 8.1 for 17,000. We'll carry on up to 260, King Air 8 Alpha Kilo. There's 260 is set. We could probably increase the climb a little bit more. We are direct Piglet. Have to keep an eye on the speed. We're looking pretty good here. Direct Piglets. I love that. Lone Star been online for 22 minutes now. Well, shit, I should have called him before I took off. He was definitely not when I started the stream and went to go. See, that's the problem. The shit don't refresh fast enough in Navigraph. Let's see, it's you and I think sometimes, NATO, you're just here because you want to help me out, and I appreciate it. Yeah, that's what I said. I didn't know what Lone Star was. I guess that's the departure frequency for Fort Worth. Didn't know. Like I said, I check always to see who's around. There was nobody on when I left the back to come to the front. There was no one. It's all good now, though. He got a hold of us. All right, put Snoopy on the doghouse. Through 11,000. Those can go off. I really find it interesting that I cannot adjust this. That one is still set for that. But that's okay, because we're going to be going to standard here very, very soon anyways. It happens. I remember popping out for a beverage refresh. You got distracted, and ATC must have pinged me right after I stepped out because he said he was trying to call me for 15 minutes. Yeah. It's kind of hard to say. You know what? Like, it's almost like there should be a. It's almost like there should be an automatic warning for your aircraft when there's a controller around. Yeah, they're usually pretty chill. You're right. Like, this guy never complained. He just asked if I was up. It's perfect. You're right though. Most of my experiences on VATSIM in the last 20 years have been super chill. Very rarely do you ever get into a situation where somebody's just a kick in the nuts. All right, we're coming up on Piglet. Now we're turning to Moochie. $15,700 we're going through, so we're only off by 100. That's not too bad. All right. Climb checklist. Bleeding blowers are back on. Yaw damper is on. Climb power is set. Props are at 1700 or desired. Windshield anti-ice is normal, and it is. Engine instruments monitor. Cabin signs as required. Pressurization is working. And the lights as required. Perfect. All right. We're through 18,000. Should be on standard altimeter. Everything is standard. And we're going to 26. I'm reading 19. It's reading 19.3 when I'm reading 19.5, so I'm off by 200. So I probably am going to have to be 200 feet higher than what I want to be able to be there. I'll have to keep an eye on that for 260. See, that doesn't even want to adjust. How about this one? Yeah, that one's good. We got Moody and Hoodad coming up on 260 or at 21,700. Off by about 100 feet. Sasquatch, good evening, sir. How are you tonight? 22.6. 22.6, we're almost bang on. Actually, it is bang on. Everything that's indicating is indicating correctly. You're 5x5? Good stuff, my man. Glad to have you here. All right, just coming up on 24,000, 23,952. Everything's looking like it's matching up. $25.4, $25.5, $25.6, $25.7. Let's go down 100 feet. All right, should be close. 25.8 reading here. 25.8 reading, well, 25.9 reading here. We'll see what happens here. Ha! I love it. You saw the music copyright issue, but do we normally have ATC and engines? Yeah, do you not hear ATC? If you're not hearing ATC, something else is going on. And you should hear engines as well. Can you hear me? You should hear all that shit. Are you telling me you're not hearing the ATC? Because that'll tick me off. Okay, you can hear me, but you can't hear engines or ATC? Huh. Apparently I might have done fucked up somewhere. Alright. No ATC or engines. Well, no fucking wonder nobody finds it very exciting when you can't fucking hear any of that shit. Well, that's fucking funny. Why didn't you guys say something sooner? But Sim looks fantastic. Well, I appreciate that. Thanks, man. I'm glad it looks fantastic. How the hell can you not hear ATC, though? That's, like, fucked up. You should totally be able to hear ATC. And you're right. You cannot. Oh, you could there? Hang on. I wasn't getting any.
American 1825 Forward Center, hello.
So you can hear ATC now, yes? You can hear engine sounds? Okay, that's interesting because I don't actually see any of the audio coming across. That is something bizarre. Well, right now, let's wait because there is nobody talking from ATC right now. Oh, look at this. I can't believe that you guys went that entire departure and you didn't hear any ATC. That's bizarre. Like, kind of not very cool, actually. I wish you had said something sooner. I get he says, I get the copyright music thing, but how come we can't hear music and ATC anymore? Well, that blows. I fucked something up. But what's weird is I can't even see the engine noises on the you know how you can usually see the audio level come up? I can't even see it. The camera is excessively washed out tonight as well, which really doesn't work for me. I probably just need a sub and it will work. Yeah, maybe. Why can... It's not that one. Ah, it's that one. Should be able to... See if I can edit this.
Gemini 552, connect that to center 132.5.
NATO 49er. Thank you very much. That's 20 months of subscriptions. Appreciate it, my man. Thank you very much.
Was that 133.5?
Really appreciate that, but definitely not necessary, my man.
32.55.
Alright, what is going on with this? And why is it so washed out?
American 2105, connect Memphis Center 132.55.
It's a little better. Little better.
American 990.
Sub now to save the terrific. That's, yeah. No, there's no need. I'm beyond saving, dude. Maybe it's the gamma. It looks very washed out for some reason. Very bizarre. Anyway, it's not quite as bad. Oh, fuck. That didn't work. Wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. Saturation, my face looks red. It's a little better.
American 1196, contact Lone Star approach 125.6.
There, let's try that. A little better. Anyways, we're on our way to Eagle County. Thanks very much for being here. You guys can hear the ATC talking then? Because that's good that you can. Not,
Center, American 240 Heavy.
Not quite sure why you couldn't hear it before. It didn't really change much.
American 244 Center, good evening. Climb maintain for level 330.
That's flight level 330, American 240 Heavy.
Okay, good. Thank you. Appreciate it, Sasquatch.
Confirm 125.025. American 1196, A firm 125.
Let's make sure our altitude's still good. 25,988. So that's a good sign. Good stuff. Oh! So, you guys will notice I got both printers going like crazy because I'm insane. Oh shit. And I've been printing Starship. And, you know, because you have so much fun printing that, I'm actually now working on the entire launch tower. It's like 40 inches, fuck. It's pretty tall. But,
SkyWest 6447.
long prints, many hours of print times.
Yeah, with 6447 for center right.
But, I'll have to be painting it. We'll get to painting it eventually, but for now, she's running. It's pretty exciting, actually. Although last night's flight ended in disaster. It's all good. So what's new? Tell me what's new. Tell me what's been going on. Everybody doing well? Everybody's enjoying themselves?
American 240, you want a shortcut?
Firm. We'll take the shortcut, American 240 Heavy.
American 240 splitter at Dunkirk, New York. That's Delta, Kilo, Kilo.
Clear direct Dunkirk, you're at Delta Kilo, Kilo, American 240 Heavy.
Let's have a look at our flight plan. Yeah, NATO, I couldn't agree with you more. I'm so sick of winter already, you have no idea. I'm super sick of winter. I'm actually pretty much fed up with winter at this point. Alright, so it looks like Denver Center is still online. Fortunately, we'll be with Fort Worth the whole way. Chicago Center's offline now, so we won't have to. So as soon as we leave Fort Worth, we're going to be on our own until we're in Denver's airspace. So Sasquatch, we're supposed to get that on Monday. Like, it's ridiculous. We've had this cold weather and snow. We shouldn't, I mean, it hasn't been as cold as it normally is. I get it, but I think the cold has reached all the way down to Texas. Like, they were wearing, what do you guys, down in the U.S., they call them beanies. We call them toques. There were people of the Starship launch watching that yesterday, and they were wearing their toques.
1202 is cleared to the Dallas Love Airport via direct.
That's crazy. Like, I'll bet you Fess, I'll bet you he's in below freezing temperatures right now. He might even have snow. But fucking minus 32, no thank you.
Read that correct, thank you.
We're supposed to be into that on Monday. Those are the temperatures we're supposed to be getting on Monday. And I'm not looking forward to it.
For arrival. DSS altimeter 2962.
2962 to send you to Fever for arrival, American 125.
Southland 1202, cross Finger at 900,000. The Dallas Love altimeter 29.
You might have a couple centimeters in your yard and it hasn't been colder than -7 Celsius so far. That's, I mean, NATO, that's pretty damn good, my man. If I could do my -7 all winter long, I'd be okay with that. But, somebody had said that in, well, I guess last week in Mississippi, it was damn near 30 degrees, 28 degrees, and then further south, there was guys talking that it was going to be fucking 0 degrees, which is -20 Celsius. That's cold. When 0 degrees Fahrenheit, oof. Oh, Jesus. Sasquatch, you're at -21 with a 70-kilometer-an-hour wind? Holy shit. This 40-knot headwind that we've got here is not helping us at all. Like I said, this is a 2-hour and 47-minute flight. I don't think it should normally be that long, but the winds are killing us.
Southwest 1202, just to verify you got it, cross Finger at 900,000.
Alright, let's get back in the cockpit.
Thank you. Skyway 6447, clear direct to victory.
Clear direct to victory, Skywest 6447.
Excuse me. Alright, Snoopy back in the doghouse. On Wednesday, you'll be back above 0. You can send me some of that shit. I'd like that, Sasquatch. You can definitely send that stuff this way. Alright, 458 miles to Avs. Our cruise should be okay. 25,988, so we're right there. I'd love to know what it is in Arizona right now, Disavowed. I'm sure you and Auspicious are at like a balmy 70 or 80 degrees. Wouldn't that be nice? And we're off this chart. Close that. Going to Avs. Turn our VATSIM in on there. See, that would be nice. So PHX is at 17 Celsius. So what's that, like 68? Something like that? I could go for that right now. I'd love a temperature like that. I would totally love a temperature like that. Alright, when we get into Denver, center controller is going to be 127,850. We got approach controller 12350. I'm not actually going in
936 forward center, roger.
To Denver, so I don't have to worry about the tower controller. But it looks like the altimeter in the area is around 29 or 9 or 3. Interesting. about
Delta
63
8936,
Fahrenheit.
may I change your
You'd
arrival
be
in Dallas
happy
11 minutes,
golfing at 50 Fahrenheit even.
It's
Well, I
please,
mean, you can put on a long sleeve
Delta
shirt or a
89.
sweater and still be happy
Alright, 41
golfing.
SkyWest 6447, descend via Victory 2 arrival. Dallas, Fort Worth, altimeter 2962.
Descend via the Victory 2 arrival and altimeter 2962, SkyWest 6447.
We're ready to copy the new route, Delta 8936.
Delta 8936, you are cleared to the Dallas Love Airport via direct air. That is Alpha India Romeo Romeo Echo Air. High Bill 3 arrival. Hotel India Bravo India Lima 3. Climb and maintain flight level 230.
Can you repeat only the arrival, please?
Sure, it's High Bill Hotel India Bravo India Lima 3. Delta 8936.
Okay, thanks so much. We're cleared to fly to IRA, like Alpha India Romeo Romeo Echo. I Bill 3 arrival and climb between 230. Delta 8936.
Delta 8936, read back correct, thanks.
Forward Center Walker 4187 with you, flight level 290. We are 25 miles north of the wing for taxi.
Walker 4187, Forward Center radar contact, welcome.
We were, work's been pretty busy. Like I said, I'm dealing with this side effects from these antibiotics, which are killing me. I'm absolutely sure these pills are trying to kill me. I'm not exactly sure why, but you would think
Fort
that
Worth Center Delta 899 will be back.
they're supposed to make you feel better and not make you feel worse. As I get older, I begin to wonder if the doctor's actually trying to kill me or not. Alright, everything's looking good. Engines are performing well. 79% on the N1 though is just 93% on the N1. 79% torque seems a little low. I really got to get these numbers up. They are way too low. $26,040. So I'm actually climbing a little bit, even though I shouldn't be. Just keep an eye on that. Probably, looks like. So if that's 426.
Delta 31,
200.
correct, Barry.
So we're probably like 80 miles or so, and we'll be leaving this guy's airspace. Give or take 80 miles.
Walker 4187, clear direct Jills, that's Juliet, India, Lima, Lima, Sierra.
Clear direct to Jill, Walker 4187.
According to the progress page, still gonna have quite a bit of fuel when we land, 4,000 pounds. Top of descent, 450 miles. Just double check while I'm here, looking at the approach. RLG should be around 14,000 minimum. That's 13.8. So let's do down to 12.9 at Aquila. So it should be RLG, Quandary, Voxa.
Top of descent.
No, no, not top of descent. Whoa, fuck. No, where are you going? Fuck me. Heading mode, heading mode. Go back to where you were. Fuck with things and you get fucking bit.
Delta 8936, clear direct finger.
So we're going to AVVS.
89er 36.
Thank you.
Who dead? Alpha, Victor, 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 Sierra. LNAV. That's better. Whew, that was a close one. So, let's go back to that. Then RLG. And then if I close that. Abs, hugs, then
Delta
RLG.
8936, cross finger at 9,000, Dallas Love altimeter 2964.
And then
29er
QNDRY.
64 and cross finger at 9,000, Delta 89er 36.
And then VQ. Is that VQ or VO? VOAXA. And then AQULA. WEHAL. AIGLE. WASHI. And then runway 25.
America 240, connect Memphis Center 132.55. We'll see you.
Alright, over at Memphis Center on 132.55, American 240, yes.
Please.
Now, would be nice if I could actually see all those. So let's go to plan mode.
South 258, Forest Center, hello.
What the hell did that do?
November 38 Alpha Kilo, Albuquerque Center closed, radar service terminated, frequency change approved. See ya.
Over to Unicom. Thanks very much. Have a great day, King 8 Alpha Kilo.
Take care.
$122.8. Albuquerque is closed. Now, so technically we should be abs. So, go to legs. Should be abs, then hugs. Wow, I love that. It's totally changed on the route. Alright, let's go into heading mode. Good. Let's go back to map mode. I really don't know why that's doing that. I'm gonna stay there. Should be on about a 3:30 heading or something like that. Let's do that. And then let's clear all this shit out. was that? Alright, put it in manually, easier. Abs. Hugs. Boom. So they should be there. And if I go, so there we go. It's 320 miles. Okay, so I got abs, hugs, and then let's get our line here. Oh, we are a little off course. Alright, we gotta get back to the left. Let's get over here. We are kind of Kansas City centers airspace. We're actually not in Albuquerque. We're actually in Kansas City. They were on earlier. Alright, so let's see if we can fix this shit. Abs, hugs, RLG, QNTRY. EXA. Where does that come from? WEHAO. And then S to XW is the missed approach. That looks better. Now, where am I at? Should be right on my line. I am. Let's go back into LNAV. And hopefully this will update, because I don't see my little line. But everything else is looking pretty good. How's my altitude? 26,170. I gotta go down by 100 feet. We're definitely on the right path now. Looks better. Direct abs. Which is 344 miles away. Won't get to see that for a bit. That's almost on there. The name of that PPA. Yeah, doesn't like it. Be nice if there was. Why you keep giving me a altitude alert? Altitude's 26,097, that's where it should be. Snoopy on the doghouse, 321 on the heading. Looks pretty good. For those of you that are looking for a little bit of coffee, we'll put a fresh batch on. So 320 degrees. So I'm gonna do, because I want my thing back. So the opposite of 320, if I go to center, 21314 should be 148. And that's, I think 350, we'll call it 350 abs. And we're gonna go 333 slash 142. See if that shows up. It showed up over there, but not over there. Oh, because I got it backwards. 142 slash 340. That's better. I don't think that's right. That's better. It's a little closer. Mr. Dave Rendon. How's it going, my man? Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're doing well. How things been with you? I'm doing all right. I've been taking some antibiotics that are trying to kill me with side effects, but aside from that, I'm doing okay. I only got to get through till Monday, and then I should be good. Aside from that, I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for asking. Alright, so, running through our checks, voltages are all good, engines are all good, switches are all in the green, nav is good, altitude is good, double checked. We're going to go down another 100 feet because of the wonderful garbage problem that we have. Yacht amper's off, everything is good, prop sig is on, engines are behaving the way they're supposed to be. Yeah, man, I'm not feeling great. It's not been wonderful, but I'm making do. Let's just call it that. Making do. Alright. So we got about another 80 miles to go before we're back in Denver's airspace. I'll see. Yeah, that looks right. Pretty close, anyways. Kind of in the right line. As far as Navigraph is concerned, we're right on the money, so people shouldn't yell at us. 324, 463 miles to Avs, or no, I guess that would be 463 miles right through to the airport. We're on a heading of 324. It doesn't help that we got a 34 knot headwind. That definitely doesn't help. We'll be back in air traffic control in another 10 minutes maybe. So what's new, Mr. Rendon? What have you been up to, my man? Good to see you. Alright, so just spending time with family. You have a new computer I have to show you and the setup. I can't wait to see it. Drop pictures in the Discord. Drop pictures in the Discord. I'm loading it now. I'm actually in the middle of a build. I can't do anything until the CPUs come available again. I absolutely can't find a CPU. There's no 9800 X3Ds available. You want to know what it is? It's just cockpit builders, my man. I thought you were already in the fucking Discord. Are you not in the Discord already? No, I try exclamation mark. I think that should work. Oh, Well, how about that? Here, let me get you an invite, my man. Let's do it this way. I think I can do here. Invites. Copy. Hidden, use copy button. Okay. Copy. Your invite expires. Where the fuck? Never. Generate a new link. Copy. Why can I not paste this shit? Control V. That doesn't work. Hang on one sec. We'll get you. We're gonna get you sorted out. Why in the fuck can I not? Oh, let's do it this way. Invite. It makes no sense. Let's go this way. I fucking love it. No matter what I do. For the love of God. Server settings. Let's do it this way. Thank you. And let's go down to invites. Invites. What do you mean pause invites? No. Expires. That doesn't work either. How does that... Like, as if they make it this hard. Why do they make it so fucking hard? Oh, I got it, finally! Control C. Here you go. Why the hell they make it so fucking hard? Well, Dave, nothing should have happened. I would have thought you were in there. Everybody should be in the Discord. I don't know why they wouldn't be. Oh, look at that. Look who's here. Okay. I don't know what happened there. I want to see pictures of your new build. You can put them wherever you like. Looking forward to seeing pictures of your new build. Like I said, I'm ready to shell out money. I'm going to do a complete new build. This system that's running Flight Sim now will actually go to the glass cockpit machine. The glass cockpit machine will move down to be the FMC machine, but I'm waiting until the 9800 X3Ds are back in stock. I'm going to switch from Intel. I'm going to AMD. Oh, handle with care. We got a video. Oh, what do we got in here? This looks exciting. Oh, static bag. Oh my god, that looks incredible! Fuck me, that's a nice looking little mini overhead. Nice! Is that from, is it Wing? Wow, look at that. Damn, that looks nice. It's very Airbusy though, Dave. Very Airbusy. With the APU master switch and the start button, this looks like it's pure Airbusy. Come get me. I'm smoking in the back of the plane, so that's okay. So am I. It's my own plane. I can do that all I want. You got the old radio panel going on there. Oh shit, look at that. You got the whole Airbus FCU as well. That is some cool shit. Fuck yeah, man. That is nice. Look at you go. That is Wing, isn't it, Dave? I've seen their shit on YouTube. Look at the overhead. I love it. Displays your battery voltages and everything. That is some awesome crap. Good for you. Oh, it's all from Wing. That's what I thought. It's good shit. Now, I'm curious. You've ordered it. You've got it. How does the quality feel? Does it feel like good quality hardware, or does it feel like you gotta like handle it with kid gloves that it's gonna break? Sirium, should I get this flight sim? I've been using Roblox flight sim and can land pretty good. Want to learn ATC and get some practice with it. I mean, I've never seen Roblox, but if it's what I think of, Roblox is kind of like Minecraft, so it's probably a lot different. But to be honest, you want to learn ATC, you can start off with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 or 2024, and you can use their own built-in air traffic control to get used to it, and then you can get on VATSIM. We're going to be switching over to Denver Center here anytime now. I'm sure of it. No, I know you haven't received it. The FCU is perfect. No kid gloves needed. The same as the overhead. It's in good shape. I don't know what VATSIM is. Oh, VATSIM. VATSIM is an online air traffic control network. You're going to hear them very soon. They're going to be talking to me. I've got Virtual Air Traffic Simulation Network. Actually, I should check to see how close I am. I'm going to have to switch over to them very shortly. Still probably got another 30 or 40 miles before I'll switch over to them. The overhead is from Scalarkey. Holy shit, I thought Wing did a overhead that was almost identical to that. That's good. Yes, I have another software opened up for the ATC. It's VATSIM. VATSIM. Wolf to Fear, good to see you, man. No, not VATSIM roundabout. You Roundabout, go find a lot lizard somewhere. That sim. Oh, that's Skalarky. Okay, that I thought I'd seen that before, and I thought for sure Windwing made one. That's nice though. Fuck me, that's expensive. Yeah, so what you need to do is you need to just start out with just Microsoft Flight Simulator and learn. If you don't know much about Rat Sim Wolf to Fear, if you don't know much about ATC, use its built-in stuff. Then you can graduate and start using the Bat Sim stuff. Windwing's coming out with a Boeing MCP, that'd be pretty cool. But Serum, getting your A&P is a good idea. That's your maintenance, your aircraft maintenance. Good for you. No, definitely not. I would say the majority of the people that play on Microsoft Flight Simulator are less than 20 years old and they fly around and that's about it. Good for you. Roundabout, I've only got maybe 6 inches. Maybe 6 inches, not much. Yeah, you'll hear. Maybe 20 miles, give or take. 30 miles. Another 5 minutes. Yeah, so roundabout, our winter has been just very much like last year's winter. It hasn't been much at all. All right, what is the frequency? We're going to be going in Denver's frequencies. We're looking at going into center, which is going to be 127,650. We're going to be heading over there. 127,650. Let's get back in the flight deck. I'm going to land in Eagle County, which I've probably got another hour before I land, something like that. I got 289 miles to go till I land. Every airport in the world is in here. Every airport in the world. $127,650. All right, let's get back in the flight deck. All right, 127,650. We're on his frequency now. I don't know. In 20 years, I've probably put about 40 grand, maybe 50 grand into this. Did it really? So NATO, I don't fly over there, so I wouldn't know.
Delta 112, contact Denver Center, Denver approach, 120.35, good night.
120.
The toilet was a nice touch, but man, it was expensive. Yeah, no shit. Alright, so we're a little bit... Uh-oh. We're a little bit before we'll check in with him. We're getting closer. Gotta wait till we cross his... Dave Rendon coming in with a tier 1 sub. 7 months. Thanks, Mr. Rendon. I really appreciate it. NATO also subscribed tonight. So, NATO and you, that's awesome. See, Serum, you're going to go about and get your A and P. You shouldn't be talking like that. Roundabout coming into the Prime sub. That's 17 months. Thanks very much, man. I appreciate that. You guys are all awesome. Yeah, exactly. Ha! That's actually funny, Roundabout. Absolutely. Fuck, the minute that happens, I'm moving to Arizona. I can tell you that right now. Nevada or Arizona. So, one HIP, I just was saying, like, over 20 years, which is a long time. Like, this is a real airplane, right? Like real glass, like this is all completely the real airplane. The throttle quadrant is real, everything's real, like this is the real thing. I probably got 40 or 50 grand US in this, but over 20 years. Like, I didn't dump all that money. I built everything, interfaced it all myself, but over 20 years to gather enough things to make this work. Oh, so Roundabout, I might be doing that as well. If we totally become the 51st state, I will definitely be Florida or Arizona. You got it. Nope, no Garmin screens. There's actually 3 monitors behind here. Just regular monitors. This is ProLine 21. It would be interesting. I would learn an awful lot.
Center 3155, no problem.
Alright, we're getting closer now. Where am I? Why does it not look like I'm getting any closer? What's my distance here from progress page? 200 miles from Abs. My altitude, I'm a little high. We're gonna come down again. That the Redneck Fantasy would be pretty cool. I'd actually be all over that, to be honest.
I'm sorry, was that last call for Ultimate 69?
Negative, I haven't had a call here. The last call I had was acknowledging that a pilot came back. Ultimate 69, while you're here, Los Angeles Center's asleep for some reason on a Friday night. Radar service terminated, freak stage approved. Have a good night.
Ultimate 69, see ya.
We're getting real close.
Frontier Flight 3155, same for you. Los Angeles closed, radar service terminated, freak stage approved. Good night.
So Wolf to Fear, I do a lot of fishing here, but it's all freshwater fishing. I'd love to go fishing down there for sure. I'd love to catch me a sailfish or a marlin or something like that. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Alright, what's our closest station? LAA. What's our distance to LAA? Our distance to LAA is 50 miles. So we're 50 miles south of Lamar. Good afternoon, Denver Center, King Air, November 38 Alpha Kilo, level at 26.0. We're about 50 miles south of Lamar. Entering your zone.
KEGE Air 38 Alpha Kilo, Denver Center, good evening.
Haha, Wolf to Fear. I used to be, I'm not now.
Southwest 4308, Denver Center, good evening.
All emergencies. Actually, I usually have them. I haven't turned them on because I'm still working on things since we're using Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. I have something that actually I can turn on and it'll allow donations to cause random failures to the aircraft. See, Georgia is kind of the best of all options because you occasionally get some cold weather. You rarely get snow, but you definitely don't get any of the tropical like hurricanes and shit like that. Rarely. So one of these days, Georgia, it does get cold, but what's cold? I mean, Florida gets cold too. Yeah, it is, for sure. 45's not bad. A lot of people left South Florida for North Carolina, yeah. It was 27 this morning, yeah, that'd be cold.
Southwest 4308, descend via the long 3, arrival, landing north.
Yeah, well, so Fess, I was asking earlier, but you must have missed it. You must be in the 20s or the 30s. You must be below freezing. Because there was guys wearing, I think you guys call them beanies. We call them toques. There was guys wearing toques in Texas last night for the Starship launch. There, we're definitely within this guy's zone now. So we're going.
United 2415, climbing through 14,000.
I need to put in my altitudes. RLG
2415, Denver Center, good evening. Climb maintain flight level 370.
will be
Flight
14,000.
level 370, United 2415.
And then we're going to be 12.9 to Aquila. We need to be 12.9 at Aquila. Oxa. Ooh, I missed it. It's going to be AQULA. 12,900 at Aquila. There we go. That pretty much sets up our top of descent, which is 210 miles. Snow predicted in South Georgia. It roundabout extremely disappointing. But they know what happened with the ship. So the fire that occurred above the firewall, the engine's firewall, is what killed the engines, and then the system automatically FTS. So that's what the loss of comms was. So the engines stopped on their own. The ship determined that it was going off course because of the way it was, and the FTS kicked in automatically. Therefore, the RUD.
Grizzly 603, Minneapolis offline, radar service.
Yeah, the FTS did its job automatically, because once it loses comms or the engines and it realizes it's lost engines and it's possibly going to go deviate out of the safe zone, the FTS kicks in automatically. So it's not like they had to hit a button to hit the FTS. The FTS did its job, which is up in the air now whether or not some people think that the FTS should have done it or should have just come down in the ocean as one piece, but that's why the FAA investigation is going to be very limited. It's not going to be huge. Nobody was hurt. There was no danger. The shit fell in the ocean a little bit outside of the deviation area, but not harming anybody. Oh yeah, absolutely there's people that are against them. It's fucking garbage. The booster catch always causes you to have an involuntary reaction. Dude, it's fucking awesome. It was interesting to see though, the day before Blue Origin launched, they had a booster failure. They couldn't recover the booster, but they got to orbit. SpaceX caught the booster, couldn't get to orbit. But what's interesting is I really wanted to see them test fire out the 10 fakes Starlinks, because then they could have gone to orbit on the next flight. Now they can't. They got to do another test flight to test the Pez dispenser before they can test actually going into orbit. So that kind of sucks. But the whole thing is, I absolutely love all the space shit. It's awesome. Yeah, a little bit, but something tells me that it's not going to be that far out of the way, so I don't think we have to worry that much about it. I think it'll be okay. Oh, no, SLS has been delayed already. You'll see Starship get to the moon and land before SLS is there. At least, that's my opinion. Okay, got my altitudes in there. Let's see if I can get some ATIS information from Eagle. Open airport. ATIS. Alright, Eagle County Regional Airport. VATSIM. There's no VATSIM ATIS, so let's go with the real one. No real ATIS, so Pilot Edge is showing Eagle County information Sierra. Winds 290 at 12 knots, 10 miles visibility. A few clouds at 5,000, overcast 9,500. Altimeter 2986. 2986, few clouds at 5,000. Well, that's not great considering we're like coming in at like 12,000 feet. So 2986 I can expect. Wow, our speed is just killing us. Winds are 270 at 57 knots. Got a 57 knot headwind coming at us at our 10 o'clock. It is just killing us right now. Niner 86. Yeah, it doesn't hold it. So, Wolf to Fear, Dave Rendon ordered one. He's got the FCU. So he is the FCU, the Airbus shit. And he says the quality's really good. You know, I think that WinWing company actually makes pretty good stuff. I'd love to try it out. It's more desktop oriented, but I'd love to try it. I think it's actually pretty good shit. I'm not quite sure why they came out with the name WinWing, but honestly, I think it's pretty cool shit. Denver Center, King Air 8 Alpha Kilo.
8 Alpha Kilo, go ahead.
Sir, I'm just wondering if you would happen to have a current ATIS information for Eagle County.
King 8 Alpha Kilo, I just went ahead and turned it on for you. Information echo current.
Information echo is current. Thanks very much. We'll look for it. King 8 Alpha Kilo, thank you. All right. So, ATIS for Denver. Take a minute for me to get it there, but...
American 134,
There we go.
Soft line radar service terminated for stage quick. Good night.
Let's see if he's got it here.
Denver Center, good evening, Air Canada 1 for Whiskey, flight level 360.
Air Canada 1-4 Whiskey, Denver Center, good evening. Southwest 4308, contact and approach 120.35, good night.
$135,575. So what we're gonna do?
Oh, 2156 Zulu. West 330 at 3. W10. Sky clear below well 2000. Temperature -1. Dew point -12. Altimeter 3005. XLTAGME approach. Wind clear PPTG runway 25. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information Bravo. Eagle Co. REGL Airport ATIS information Bravo. 2156 Zulu. West 330 at 3. Visibility 10. Sky clear below well 2000. Temperature -1. Dew point -12. Altimeter 3005. XLTAGME approach. Wind clear PPTG runway 25. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information Bravo.
Okay, we got information Bravo.
Eagle Co. REGL.
A few clouds broken at 12,000. Temperature -1, dew point -12, 3005 is the altimeter. Great. Sorry for my ignorance, but is there a big difference between FMCs and different airliners? An Airbus MCDU is called, or in a Boeing FMC. It's not the functionality is the same, and damn near the buttons are almost similar. So, Dave Rendon says the way the MCDU for Airbus and the FMC for Boeing are different programming. They're functionally different, but the theory behind it is the same. So, you have to set up the aircraft position, you have to enter the performance information, you have to enter the route, departure, arrival, you put all that information in. Essentially, at that point, it's all the same. the bigger difference, Wolf to Fear, is between the MCP mode control panel for Boeing and the FCU flight control unit for Airbus, which is the autopilot panel. In Boeing aircraft, it's the way you expect. In an Airbus, there's push and pull on the knobs that you have to be very careful of. So pulling on a knob or pushing on a knob does a different function than... So for instance, I believe, and Dave Rendon would be able to correct me on it for sure. Oh, Slant Alpha Adventures coming in with a party of 14. Can't thank you enough, Slant Alpha. Good to see you, my man. Appreciate it. Wow, oh wow. Welcome to everybody coming in from Slant Alpha Adventures stream. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, Fess, you're 100% right. So now I'm really going to look like an idiot because Slant Alpha, I know he probably knows it. So the FCU, you're pulling on your knobs in the Airbus and pushing on the knobs for different functions. Like if you were to set your altitude that you're going to descend to, if you pull on the knob, I believe it becomes managed and controlled by the MCDU. And then if you push on the knob, I believe it's almost like a manual, like an intervention button, but he would probably know more than I would. Anyways, good to see you, my man. Thank you very much. Push means you give control of the computer. Pull means... Okay, so I'm backwards. So pull means manual control, and push means use what's in the MCDU. That's awesome. Good to see you guys. Appreciate all of the 14 people that came over from Slant Alpha Adventures. You're suggesting I know how to operate an Airbus? You're parking up the wrong tree? Yeah, no shit. I mean, I used to. So back in the day, and I mean way, way back when I started flying on VATSIM, actually, Phoenix Simulation Software made the original A319, 320, and 321. And my first sim that I built was built around that original airplane. And I knew that Airbus inside and out. But damn it, all my friends after that convinced me to switch to Boeing. And now if it ain't Boeing, I ain't going. That was a long time ago. Like we're talking 23 years ago. Something like that. 22 years? Over 20. Let's just say over 20. Good to see you, Slant Alpha. Where'd you go tonight? What were you flying tonight? Anything exciting? We're making our way out of Macomb, Fort Worth Macomb International Airport. We're on our way into Eagle County. But we're fighting a nasty headwind, 68 knots. Working... Oh, you were working Raleigh approach?
Aircraft
and it was boring as hell? Oh, jeez. Well, I mean...
That's affirmative. How do you do it?
The problem I have is going west. Like, I'm in the process of flying west, and I'm fighting the damn headwinds the whole way. Like 69 knots at 266 right now is just killing me. My ground speed is a whole whopping 283 knots. Like I should be going way better than I am right now. But the mountains will be nice. Although I got 12,000 foot broken clouds, and descending into the mountains when you're descending through a cloud layer is not exactly my favorite thing to do. You always schedule short hops going west and longer hops going east. Well, for sure, because you generally have the tailwind bringing you east. This one I kind of knew was going to be 2 hours and 47 minutes. Probably more like 3 hours at this point. Gotta adjust our altimeter for the pressure setting.
City's offline, radar service terminated, stage crew, good night.
I really wish that somebody could fix the standard pressure as being standard pressure, but apparently we just have to keep an eye on what our altitude is reporting and make sure that we correct for it. Wolf to Fear, there's no confidence here at all. We are likely going to pile it into a mountain. So if I get that off to you straight, guess what, passengers? We are likely going to crash into a mountain today. Then what that does is it puts us in the situation where if we make it to the ground, everybody will be happy. Scotty Tahati coming in with the party of 19, followed by the wonderful raid by Slant Alpha Adventures. Thank you very much, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. I would like to inform each and every one of you wonderful people that have joined, whether you're from Slant Alpha or whether you're from Scotty, we are probably going to hit a mountain tonight. So if we hit a mountain, we will all die. I just want to make sure that everybody has no expectations of survival at this point. So, Kev Sim Corner, good to see you. Cyber Whiskey, good to see you. Scotty, thank you very much for coming in with the raid. Slant Alpha Adventures, we appreciate it. Absolutely. I have to put on glasses because I can't read half the names. M. Glickman, good to see you. Thanks very much for being here. Good to have you guys all here. We are probably going to die when we hit mountains. Just saying. Eagle County, the weather's not great, but we're going in. It is what it is. If we survive, it'll be like, hey, that was an unexpected, wonderful thing. But at least if we crash, then you guys can't say, oh, he didn't warn us. I'm warning you. I'm warning you now. The chances of survival are very low at this point. I subbed to this channel because I expect a close encounter with a mountain. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Scotty has the lawn darts on the go. He knows what it's all about. Thank you guys very much for joining. We're 103 miles to top of descent. We're making our way into Eagle County, Colorado. We're on with Denver Center at this time. Clearly, we're not going to switch to Denver approach. We're going to probably be staying with Center the whole way through, and he's going to bring us safely, with an asterisk, into Eagle County. Isn't it great? I feel the confidence level already. Welcome to the stream. If you guys haven't been here before, thank you very much for being here. Alpha Kilo, cockpitbuilders.com, live on Twitch. I'm not sure why that audio cuts out once in a while. I am in the process of looking for a 9800 X3D GPU or a CPU so I can do a complete new build. I'm running a very old computer here with some nasty ass old graphics and all kinds of wonderful things. So when the 9800 X3D has more stock in places, we will be completely upgrading the sim. But we're getting where we can. M. Glickman, are we trying to land and might crash, or are we trying to crash and might land? I'll tell you what, M. Glickman, if you stick around for about another 10 minutes, I'll try and have the correct answer for you. At this point, I would like to say we're going to try to land safely. We may crash. Not might, kind of a may. Actually, it's probably more of a probability I would say if we flip the coin, there is a 70% chance that we will crash and a 30% chance that we will survive. Oh, hey, fresh coffee is on the way. For those of you, drink service will be served prior to our death. But yeah, we're going to try to survive. So Slant Alpha, funny enough, it is like if you ever flipped a coin and it's like heads, 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 and then all of a sudden it's tails. It's not really 50% chance. But it is, but it isn't. I'm trying to make everybody feel better. The coin is definitely heavier on one side.
Noise than you did voice.
Kev Sim Corners kind of got the plan here. It's kind of more to the Mayday side than it is to the tower controller side. That we're going to be safe and getting clearance to land. Yeah, you feel so much better now? Yeah, so do I.
Across the Kremlin VOR at 14,000, Eagle County altimeter 2987.
The pan side? Yeah, it's possible.
Okay, across the Kremlin VOR at 14,000, 2987.
It'll be interesting, let's just say...
Canada 1 for whiskey.
I will be amazed if everything goes well. Let's just put it that way. Alright, we're coming up on probably, what does our progress page say? So we're 45 miles from basically over top of the Denver airport. Actually, probably a little less than that. Denver's about 20 miles away. And then we're going past Denver to AVVS. And then we're going to make our turn for Hugs and into RLG, where we're going to be beginning our descent shortly before that, I'm sure. Top of descent is 84 miles away, according to the FMC, and hopefully we're going to land safe and sound like two bugs in a rug. Alright, let's do our pre-descent checklist, because I know that's coming up. Alright, cabin altitude is set. The rate is going to be as desired. Altimeters will be set when we get down through flight level 180. Current altimeter in Eagle County is 3005. Cabin signs we won't do yet. Windshield anti-ice is on. Brake de-ice is on. Windshield defog is on. The fuel balance, fuel is currently balanced. Cabin equipment is positioned, and when we get closer to the descent through 10,000, we'll probably get the seats in their fully upright position, and tables will be stowed. So that's looking good so far. Everything should be where we want it to be. So why do you think you're going to crash? Having avionics issues? No. It's just, Scotty, we're going to be descending into the mountains of Eagle County. And we're going to be in the soup. Let's just say that I'm not 100% convinced that my IRSs were aligned 100% properly when I set the position of the airplane. So I could be a little further one way or another.
United
Well, it will be an honor, Wolf, to fear that I would have you on board as part of the reason as to why we crashed.
Expect LS runway 35 right approach at Springs. Springs up.
No, Mr. Clickman, I am not going to blame it on my CPU. I will completely blame myself for the crash. Because it will be entirely my own fault. I will look for something to blame, but it won't quite be that.
5993 Roger, when able, clear direct break. Descend maintain 90,000.
Wolf to fear, just crash. No need to worry about doing checklists. Yeah, who needs checklists? I don't need them. We're doing pretty good. The actual worst part about all this is when we make the turn after abs, we're going to be going directly into the wind, which now we got 264 at 78 knots. Like, 78 knot headwind. Our ground speed is only 275 right now. It's not very good. It would be really, really handy, and I mean really handy, if we didn't have to worry about the wind. All right, let's take a quick 2-second break before we get into the descent phase. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. November 38 Alpha Kilo, cockpitbuilders.com, live on Twitch. For those of you that are coming from Slant Alpha Adventures, or for those of you that are coming from Scotty Too Hottie stream, we appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you very much for attending. It would be very nice to see what's going to happen as we move forward in the wonderful, wonderful demise of us when we land. Good to see you. Thanks very much for being here. We've got the printers going behind us. We're working on Starship launch pad. I have the entire Starship with the booster currently printed. They need painting done, but we're basically working on the entire launch mount and the chopsticks as we're doing our thing. We've got the launch mount going back there, and then more parts of the launch mount coming here. So it'll be interesting to see if we get that done. Drone Flyer, good to see you. You're pretty confident, Drone. You're actually confident that we're going to be okay? And when you say okay, does that mean we're only going to be partially killed? Or do you actually think we're going to make it on the ground? Yeah, thanks, Wolf to Fear. It's from Thingiverse, 144 scale. So the Starship and the booster is like 33 inches tall. They're pretty awesome. They need painting, obviously, but 33 inches. And the entire launch mount, the tower, the chopsticks, it's all stuff that printed. It's all off Thingiverse, 1 to 144th scale.
United 1593, trade chatter above 9,000, cleared ILS, runway 35, right approach.
How many pieces? It was, so the ship was 3 pieces, the booster was 3 pieces, the hot staging ring was another piece, so that's 6, 7. The engines for the booster were another one, that was 8. The flaps was 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the 4 grid frames, 13, 14. So 16 pieces. Mr. Glickman, it was, I'm going to say 24 to 30 hours total for that. But split between 2 printers, cut that in half. I did it in 2 weekends. The launch mount on the back printer is going to be a 14-hour print. So it'll be done around noon tomorrow. And this print should be done. This is the top of the launch mount. This should be done by the time we're done the flight. This one will be done. And then I got to start the bottom of the launch mount. So there's the actual OLM and then the top and the bottom of the OLM that go on the legs. So, and then I'll start on the tower sections. That'll be next. Slant Alpha says the Jaeger standard, if you can walk away, it's a good landing. If you can reuse the plane after, it's a great landing. Well, good news, cockpit builders. As a sim, you can always walk away and reuse it. So every landing is great. Son of a bitch, Slant Alpha, in all the years I've been doing this, I've never thought of it that way. But you are 100% right. I can always walk away. It can always be reused. That's awesome. Alright, so we are going... We've got our ATIS at Eagle. We're probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 miles from top of descent. We're going to get back in the cockpit. We're going to make our way...
38 Alpha Kilo, across the Kremlin VOR at 14,000. The Eagle County altimeter 29087.
29087 and RLG at 14,000. King Air 8 Alpha Kilo. Alright, so he wants us RLG at 14,000. Let's get back in it. And let's see what happens. Thanks very much for joining us, guys. Good to have you here. November 38 Alpha Kilo, cockpitbuilders.com. Live on Twitch. It's going to be a great ride. I don't necessarily know how good that ride's going to be, but it'll be great either way. That's our plan anyways. The clouds are looking pretty threatening. We're still 40 miles from top of descent. We can actually set that up. It wants 14,000. What is our current? I should actually check. So we're actually 200 feet high, so I should fix that first. Let's go down to get us back to 26,000 according to, unfortunately, his numbers. I have to keep an eye on what Navigraph reports my altitude at compared to what my actual altitude at, even though I'm in standard 29902, because there's discrepancies between what the air traffic controllers see and what I'm actually seeing. So here I am set at 25,200 feet, but I'm actually showing the VATSIM as 26,100 feet. So I actually have to drop down just one more 100. We'll get to there. I don't want them to think I'm busting any altitudes. We've crossed Avs. Hugs is next. RLG wants us at 14,000. Let's make sure. I got 14,000 in at RLG. That is correct. 40 miles now to top of descent. So this build is Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. That's the base sim. So vPilot apparently isn't capable of reading pressure altitude. I guess with X-Plane and FSX, whatever the altitude was that it was reporting. Oh, it's Slant Alpha. It's even worse when I'm further south or further north. when I'm close to the equator, it's not so bad. But further south or further north, it's that much off. And what I really wish is through FSUIPC, I can display my actual altitude. There's a specific offset, and I can actually have it on an analog instrument that would read exact. Why vPilot can't read that offset through SimConnect or through FSUIPC, I don't know. I really don't understand, but apparently the problem exists with 2020 and it exists with 2024 as well. I really wish there was a fix for it, but like I'm obviously at 2992, I'm at standard, but yeah, like I said, it's VATSIM would show me at 26028 right now, and I'm at 25.1. And the further more north or south I am, the worse, the more exponential it gets. It's pretty crazy. All right, let's see what we're at here. 35 miles from Hugs, 32 miles from top of descent. We're going to call our altitude good. We're going to set it for 14,000.
Southwest 418, Denver Center, radar contact, climb maintain flight level 360.
There's a really good Slant Alpha. There's a really good Wikipedia, I think. Fess actually had the link for it that describes why it's that far off. But it's not a vPilot issue. It's not a flight sim issue because obviously Microsoft isn't going to fix it. It just would be nice if we could get it solved. Like, it should just read what my altitude reads. So I'm at 25.1 right now. It should just, that's the value that it should be sending to flight sim. So if I took it out of standard and I adjusted my altimeter setting, you can see my altitude changes. Why it can't just read what my altitude is, I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure why it works that way.
We'll work to the east of your airspace over Nebraska.
I'm sure there's some. I think the problem is if they change it, 2020 and 2024 will be correct, but FSX and X-Plane would then read wrong. So I think it's kind of a one or the other kind of a thing.
You were still too far outside. Good evening.
Roger, sorry about that.
25 miles to top of descent. Everything's ready to go. We're going to turn the windshield heat off and the prop heat off and the fuel heat off. We don't need those right now. Put up one more pot of coffee for all the wonderful people that want it. We're going to put the auto feather and auto ignition is going to go on now. Oof, that guy's got some bad audio.
That is terribly unreadable. Descend via the Ski 3 arrival, landing north.
Mr. Glickman, 100%.
That is 1476. Sounds like your microphone is shoved into the engine of the aircraft.
The microphone is shoved into the engine of the airplane.
I cannot hear anything other than a male voice in the background, and it's making my ears bleed.
My ears.
My ears. Oh! Oh yeah, absolutely, Mr. Glickman. We're going to serve you the best of the best. When you're flying on our airline, you always get the best of the best food. Actually, what we're going to do is between now and the initial descent, we're going to offer free beverages. We're not even going to charge you for them. So if you'd like a drink, we can ask the flight attendant to provide you with whatever beverage you would like. a last meal or a first meal, your choice, included with every ticket. Works for me. Alright, 17 miles from top of descent. We're going to tell it to descend now. Here we go. Let's start making our way down. We want to make sure we're down in time. I'm going to extend the range. I want to be at RLG. We're going to do this. We're going to pick up some speed, which is good. We're going to follow the green banana on the screen. That makes sure that we will be at 14,000 when we're hit at RLG. So for those of you that can see that little green banana down on the RLG, if I actually go to, that's a little far for that range, but you should be able to see when we get closer here where we're going to be.
South is 1476. How's this sound?
Oh, way better.
Oh, great. Now we can't hear you. Stand by. Center logged off.
Oh, there's no way he logged off. I didn't hear him say he was logging off. Oh, I did miss it, NATO. Thank you very much. 119.8. Center actually had an emergency, apparently, in case you guys missed it.
Copy. Do you hear my mic a little bit better?
Oh, you sound 100% better than you did, sir.
I literally laughed out loud when he said what he said.
Well, unfortunately, it was the truth. All right, I'm going to Unicom. Have a good night.
Roger, wherever you go.
All right, 122.8 for now. I did miss it. I didn't hear him say that, but that's okay. We're going to cross RLG at 14,000, and our next waypoint is Aquila 12.9. So we should be all right. And we can reduce the range on this bad boy. We're in the soup. We're going to put the prop heat and the windshield heat back on. We're going to extend the ice boots just for a few minutes. The outside air temperature is very cold right now, but in the clouds, we'll put the ice vanes on and just do the boots. Boots are released. You'll go get the parachute ready, Wolf, to fear? Yeah, that might be a good idea. Alright, we're just coming up on Hugs. 1.6 miles to go to Hugs. If we can get below the cloud layer, we're going to be golden, as long as we don't hit a mountain. There we are, Snoopy on the doghouse. We're going to RLG. Still descending. And I recorded the ATIS as 3005 for the altimeter setting. .3005 is set. I know we're still a little high, but that's okay. Currently reading 19.6, so we're reading 600 feet higher than what we actually are. approaching flight level 188. And we should be all right. Our distance from the airport in total is so we're 18 miles, so 20, 40, 70, we're 100 miles out, give or take. It says 52.4. Oh. So those are the total 30, 40, 50 to, that don't make sense, but that's as the bird flies, so that probably makes sense. Yeah, 54 miles, 50 miles from the airport directly, but because we're going the roundabout way, it's going to be a little bit longer. Alright, our 249 on the heading. We're in the soup now. Auto feather, auto ignition is on. Seatbelt signs can go on at this time. We'll bring that speed back just a little bit. It doesn't like it. .250 knots indicated, so we're prepared for below 10,000. Try and maintain that in the descent. Props are all the way forward. We're on low idle, that's fine. Everything else is good. We should do our descent checklist one more time. Cabin signs are on, windshield anti-ice is on, brake de-ice is not required. Window defog is on, fuel balance is checked, cabin equipment is positioned, all the seats are seat back in the fully upright position. Tables are stowed, monitors are stowed, ottomans are good, and our approach speeds are confirmed. Alright, perfect. We make the turn from RLG at 14,000. Our next is 12.9, which will be for Aquila. We'll see how that goes. This is where we love the IFRs. Alright, we just leveled off at 14,000. Trust your instruments. Everything's looking good. 3005 on this one. We're going to set 3005 on the standby. Set. Confirmed over there. Just enter the smoke room. Yeah, not now. We're in the descent now. We're definitely not going to the smoking room. Alright, the next one was 12.9. We gotta watch these numbers though pretty clearly so we don't hit the terrain. Go back into vertical speed. A nice gentle descent. Cross Aquila 12.9. Let's go to the approach over here. So I want to double check in here. We've got wheel at 12.2. And then Eagle is going to be at 10.4. And then we've got Washi which is going to be at 9,800. And then that should be it to the final approach fix CIPKU. And that, according to, that's 3.5 DME out. Alright, so everything looks good. We can see we got some mountains and everything going on over there. 12.9 is captured for Aquila. We're going to bring our range back a little bit to 5 miles so we can actually see what's going on. $12.2 after that. One more hit of the boots.
Terrain.
Yeah. Definitely makes me feel good when we hear that warning.
Terrain.
No, it's 12.9 at Aquila. Ooh, what was that?
Terrain.
13.8 at Voxa. That's why I'm getting the terrain. So 13.8, yeah, you're right. 13.8, you're right. I'm a little low. There's actually a hold at Voxa at 13.8. I'd like to know what that flicker is, though. That flickering's kind of making me a little nervous. Like shit's overheating. It'll be 12.9 at Aquila. So we're just going to hold this altitude. That's why we were, you're right, Slant Alpha. That's why we were getting the terrain warnings. If I had been 13.8, I'd been okay. Now we're safe to go down to 12.9, which we're already at. And then Weehall's going to be 12.2. And 109.75. 109.75 on both. And the approach course is going to be 250.
2,500. Terrain.
There we go. So now we can go down to 12.2.
Terrain.
There's 12.2. Vertical speed. Let's bring that down. You can see the glide slope is actually, we could probably pull that in, but we'll keep going. We're going to bring the speed back a little bit more. And we're going to fly this manually. Autopilot's disconnected. We're going to do this well. See if we can't do this manually. I got tracer lights out the front anyways. Alright, 1 notch flap is coming down. Bring the localizer over. Glide slope we're high. Gears coming down. Landing lights are going on. We can turn the ice vanes off. Next is 10-4 we can go down to safely. As long as we follow that glide slope, we should be okay. Alright, gears down 3's green. Final approach flap. We're low. Bring the nose back up.
2,500.
Yeah, I'm low. Bringing my nose up. Watch that speed. We're real close to red line there. Trying to get lined up on that localizer. A little bit to the left, still a little low on the glide slope.
1,000.
1,000 above the ground, keep coming. More power. There, we're right on the money for the localizer. Glide slope's good now. Correcting. At least we're clear. You can actually see. Alright, landing checklist is going to be gears down, 3 green, landing lights are on. Bleeds and blowers not required, it's fine. Ice protection is on, everything's good there. We are right on glide slope, and we are a little to the right of the localizer, which is fine. Seatbelts are on, that's fine. Watch that speed. Oh, getting too far to the left. Go back to the right. We're a little low. Bring it back up. .600, a little 1,000 above the terrain. Got the runway in sight. Everything's good. There we go. Localizer. Offset localizers are fun. Alright, I got 2 white, 2 red in front. 2 white, 2 red. Everything's good. 3 red, you're dead. Oh, easy. Easy. Okay. That was the final 3.5 mile final. Eagle County traffic, King Air, November 38. Oh. Eagle County traffic, King Air, November 38, Alpha Kilo on a final runway 25, 3.5 mile final, sorry, runway 25, full stop, Eagle. We're high, we're high. Mountain winds. 500 check. 3 red, we're dead. Dito with the bits. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. 2 white, 2 red. Now we're high. Now we're good. Minimums. Check. Landing.
100. 50. 40. 30, 20, 10.
The rudder's real loose. That was a little hard. That was a little hard. Oof. That was a little hard. Wow. That was a little hard. Alright, we'll exit off Alpha. Eagle County traffic, King Air, November 30th, Alpha Kilo, exiting runway 25 on Alpha. Clear the active 25, Eagle County. Alright, so we're off here. Stop here for a second. Landing lights are off, taxi lights are on, strobe lights are off. Those can go off, flaps are up, cleaned up. We're low idle as good. Always love watching the pro work. I wouldn't say it's a pro thing. I mean, I really enjoy the ILS 0 and 0 right to minimums. That's where I like really get excited because my palms, even now, my palms are sweating. Like I just love those approaches. And I mean, I'm not sure how much real aviation training you've done, but when you have the IFR hood on and you're following that right down to minimums with the hood on, it's like the most exciting thing to, at minimums, take the hood off and be lined up perfectly on the runway. I just love that. It's the coolest stuff. But absolutely, have yourself a good night, Mr. Slant Alpha, and thank you very much again for the raid. Appreciate it, my friend, and we'll see you again soon. I'm disappointed with the scenery here at Eagle, though. I really am. For 2020, I thought it was better than this. I really do. There wasn't even the Walmart. My P3D scenery for Eagle was way better. There was the Walmart or whatever it was at the end of the runway. It was way better. Alright, let's go in here. Oh, shit! Where did that van come from? Wasn't very nice of him. Where the fuck is this guy going? This guy wants me facing the other way. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, exactly. You're 100% right. Land safely, but then crash. Oh, shit balls! That was close. I don't want to do it. We'll just leave it here. We're close enough. Alright, parking brake is set. Taxi light is off. Floodlight, pitot heat, prop, windshield heat, auto feather, auto ignition. Bleeds and blowers are already off. Props, seatbelt signs. Gen 1, Gen 2, auto. Wonderful avionics. We'll wait for our low fuel and low oil pressure. Come on. Or maybe you're not going to come. That's fine. What's the oil at? That should be good. All right. There we go. Perfect. That's good. So we're parked at Eagle County. I don't know where we're going to go next Friday. Should be fun. We'll figure it out. Let's go back to the smoking room and figure out what and who we're going to spend some time entertaining and to raid next. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Appreciate you guys all being here. You guys are all absolutely awesome. Extra special thanks to Scotty Tahati and to Slant Alpha Adventure for the amazing raids. Appreciate you guys coming here and hanging out with us and bringing your friends with us. If you have any questions, jam them in the chat. More than happy to answer them before we go anywhere else. But Smokey B Gaming lands safely and crashed on the taxiway with a van. Wasn't entirely my fault. That fucking guy came out of nowhere. I would tell the FAA the same thing. You should have seen him. He came out of nowhere. I don't know where he came from. All right, guys, that's about going to do it for us tonight. We made it from Fort Worth to Eagle County, our home airport. Appreciate you guys all hanging out here. Scotty, who's streaming? Anybody? Can we all go see the next favorite person in the whole wide world? Disavowed? Anybody? Whoever you guys want. Doesn't work to me. We're going to wrap things up here pretty quick. You're on your phone right now? All right. If Disavowed's not around, I'll have a peek and see who might we be able to raid tonight. Let's have a look. Maybe somebody like... Ooh, there we go. Let's all head over and see Pixel Penguin. All head over. I've got see Pixel Penguin. Wow, this got to turn this audio off because there was like double audio there. So let's raid Pixel Penguin. PIXELEDPENGUIN. Do me a favor, say at least hi to Pixel Penguin before you guys head out for the night. Really good to have you guys here. Thank you very much for being here. We'll see you guys next week. Until then, November 38 Alpha Kilo, cockpitbuilders.com. Live on Twitch. Have a good night, guys. Really good to see you. Have a good night. Here we go.